James, semi-finals time. It must feel good to be on big stages and winning again.
Yes.
Over the last few months, when the results haven't gone your way, it's been the close ones you've been losing. But what's turned it around? What's clicked?
I think a little bit of practice. It's gone a long way, you know. I've practiced for the first time in a very, very long time. It's coming out in patches in certain legs. Gary's very lazy like myself at times, so he can relate to that.
Allegedly.
Well, Gary, it must be good to actually come to the World Series finals and actually not go out in your first game. This is uncharted territory for you.
I know I usually get some qualifying and they stuff me, and I'm on my way back next game day, which I never complain about because I'm always going home. But no, it's nice. You know, it's been a long year. It's been a hard year. I've had a bit of time off, and I've loved every minute out of it, you know. But we're now getting to the end of the year, and it's going to be busy. You know, we've got this one to play, and then next week we're on the road again for the duration now up to the Worlds. So it's a busy time.
The World Series itself over the last couple of years, you've been picking up titles all over the place. Is it satisfying to come to the finals tournament and actually show everybody what you're about?
Hopefully. It never works out like that. You know, I mean, the World Series is great. I mean, we get to see parts of the world that if we probably weren't doing this, we would never see. You know, you got your Australia, your Dubai, places like that. It is fantastic. You know, it's 36 hours sitting on a plane's not too good, but once you get there, it's good.
You have produced some very good stuff so far this weekend. Could the crowd help you take the next couple of steps and go and claim this title for a first time, do you think?
I don't know. I'm going to have to bribe them a hell of a lot to get the crowd all going. No, like I say, we don't get many tournaments in Scotland, but it's when we play in Ireland. You know, the Irish boys get the support, England, the English boys get the support, the Germans get the support. You know, it's just one of these. You know, it's just nice being on your home soil playing.
James, final word from you. You've told me many times before that you love a scrap, and you've been in more fights, bigger fights than most players will ever have in their career. You could have to go through a couple of them tonight if you're going to claim this title for a first time.
Yeah. Like Gary said, though, you know, we've travelled the World Series, you know, and without darts, I would have seen the things I've seen and done the things I've done. I think tonight's just the icing on top of the cake, you know, and there'll be one of the four of us that'll win it tonight. So it should be a good night for all.
Well, this is a battle between two old-school players, as Gary said in his interview this afternoon, so don't expect too many OTT stage antics, the like of which we have seen in this tournament, but that won't make it any less compelling. Let's get the match on stage with your MC, as ever, John McDonald.
Hello and a very warm welcome. You've joined us live at the Braehead Arena, coming to you from the magnificent city of Glasgow, Scotland! The semi-final stages of the elaborate World Series of Darts finals, brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation, live on ITV Sport. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the thousands joining us here live and the millions joining us around the world, it's time to meet the players. Would you please welcome a two-time World Grand Prix champion, a two-time UK Open champion, the winner of the World Match Play and Premier League. Yes, it's a machine, James Wade! They were asking if you were around, how you was, where you could be found. Told them you were living downtown, driving all the old men crazy. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to welcome home the winner of 5 World Series events, a two-time Premier League champion, the former two-time back-to-back champion of the world, the flying Scotsman, Gary Anderson!
quite a reception for Gary Anderson, as ever, from the Glasgow faithful. And Alan Warren a little, and Stuart Pike are surely looking forward to what could be a cracker tonight.
Yeah, thank Jackie. We reckon so. I wonder what odds Alan on a #1 seed, #2 seed, Gary Anderson v Michael van Gerwen, or will Daryl Gurney or James Wade have something to say about that?
Yeah, we're down to the business end now, aren't we? And some of the players we expect to be there are there. So let's see what happens.
Well, Anderson will have all the support. Terrific in his semi-final to come from 4-1 down to beat Gerwyn Price. That game-changing 1-6-7 out in the 13th leg, and it was a great performance. 2 years running at the World Series finals, he fell at the first hurdle, beaten in last leg deciders by Terry Jenkins and Joe Cullen. He started the year with a win in Dubai. Can he end it with the big prize here in Glasgow and the title of World Series champion?
Well, there's no doubt the crowd will be cheering on all the way through this semi-final for James Wade. Well, he's dug in deep in both his matches. He was well ahead against Simon Stevenson. Ended up going to the last leg decider. He got through that one. And then great performance, certainly in the latter part against Dimitri van den Berg, to get him to this semi-final.
Well, the volume has turned up a notch or two here at the Braehead Arena. Gary Anderson on the stage. It's a packed house here for finals night.
100.
Well, look at that terrific sight. Will they be celebrating a Scottish win? Here comes Gary.
First of many. 180 cards in the air.
123.
It's to 21 in the semi-finals and the final.
Yeah, first to 11. Van Gerwen and Gurney to come. The 50th time these two have clashed. The 30th TV meeting between the two.
Gary Uruguay, 138.
A loose one from the Scot.
Two loose ones.
Well, that could open the door, you know. They were sloppy darts, weren't they?
Well,
What a
not
chance
the one,
here.
but the two,
Yeah.
the second one as well.
Another big treble from Wade.
83. Gary Uruguay, 114.
Will Anderson get first crack at it? Tops for Gary.
Games on Thursday.
Oh, that's got the crowd on their feet. Partisan. Animated.
Despite that sloppy visit, Maximum helped him along the way on a 114 finish and 15 dart leg. Good start from Anderson. Looks up
One
for
in
it.
Dubai, one in Perth, of course, in August. Comes here as the #1 seed.
60.
There we go, middle of the bed.
Be glad to have a run in the event as well.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, the first two, losing in the first round.
140.
They played out a brilliant semi-final put in Perth. Anderson beat Van Barneveld in the final, but it was a fabulous semi between Anderson and Wade, which the Scot won 11-9.
83.
Really was a cracker. Wade raised the bar and Anderson had to raise it even further.
From Wade, he really did show some good signs in the latter
140.
part
Gary Uruguay, 138.
of his last match. Double 18 for double 12.
Double 12.
140. Gary Uruguay, 141.
This would be a good one. Needed the treble 19 to leave the double.
121. Gary Uruguay, 24.
start in hand. Wade was waiting on tops, and Anderson doubles his lead.
Yeah, 2:15 down, so he'll be happy with that.
140.
Couple of darts at the double there, but still managed to do it in visit. That's the important thing, not allowing your opponent another turn on the board.
60. 108.
Another maximum for Anderson, who's very, very popular worldwide, the Scot.
Yeah, plenty of Scots in, obviously. Some visitors from Canada, as you saw there. Love the darts worldwide, the World Series. Spreading the word, Stuart, all around these new territories.
123.
Well, just 111, the Gary Anderson average, and he's on for an 11 darter here.
James was very slow, wasn't he, in the game against Dimitri?
Well, he was 3-0 down, and Van der Berg missed 6 darts for 4-0. Tops for Gary Anderson.
38.
On the wire. James Wade back on 3-2-7. Hasn't got motoring yet.
40. Area 120.
We're going to have to move. Is that awkward?
Oh, that deflected and then bent over.
Yeah.
No score.
Well,
Unfortunately.
he's lucky that Wade's a long way behind.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's a long way behind.
97. Area 120.
He'll try again.
Gary's on the third there. Gary Anderson. Well, ladies and James will go first.
Thumbs up. Got there in the end.
Wade needs to get on the board here.
140.
At the moment, Anderson seems to have the range, doesn't he, on that treble?
Yeah, he's messed about a little bit on the double, but he's not been put under any pressure. So we knew he was returning to the board.
58.
Second leg was the crucial one, wasn't it? 'Cause James was on his heels at the time. The other two hasn't been a problem.
99.
Wade will look at the 19s here, looking to leave a finish. Can't now.
133.
He's the big 170.
Yeah, he has.
48. Change your require 170.
I'm sure if he
I should get on the board from here.
I was hoping he was going to have a go at the 170 and wondering if he was actually going to go for the bull there. Just one of them
105.
things in a match that can get yourself going and get you back into the match and a bit more steel.
134. Change your
Well,
require
just in
65.
case Wade misses. First dart and a double in this semi-final. Only
Gary's
needs
on the
one.
full leg, straight away. The next Gary throw first. Game on.
Needed that, didn't he?
Yeah, he'd be much happier. He knows he hasn't played well, but he's got a chance.
140.
Going to make a big effort here, though. Gary's been scoring pretty well. At least stay on his heels, and if an opportunity arises,
140.
so good follow from James Wade.
91.
And the method in the madness from Anderson, go for the treble 17 rather than the treble 19, because of course a ton with his next visit will leave him a finish.
140.
Players usually after the second or possibly third visit are looking at what they're going to leave.
Now the ton is academic now.
It's his third.
$45.
Bad last start there. Doesn't leave him any opportunities.
Treble 20 for double 15, but just having a look to see where Wade is. For double 12. On the top wire again.
Yeah, that last start from Wade in the 5. Single 20 would have left him 161.
Well, Anderson's already missed 9 darts at double, but has got a chance here to make it 4-1.
43.
James is scoring.
24.
Just avoiding him.
Double 6 comes to the rescue again for Gary Anderson. And the World Series top seed is off to a flyer with 100 average. And James Wade has work to do in this semi-final. First to 11, Gary Anderson into a 4-1 lead. Welcome back to Glasgow. Semi-finals of the World Series, and twice double 6 has helped Gary Anderson win crucial legs in the early stages. The number 1 seed leads James Wade 4-1 in a race to 11. Michael van Gerwen against Daryl Gurney still to come, and then the final. Can Anderson or Wade or Gurney end Michael van Gerwen's run? He's won both World Series finals here at the Braehead Arena. That's to come. With Wade nearly 10 points down on Anderson in the average. This is a key session for James Wade.
Well, he's had the break to gather his thoughts and hopefully come out gunning, because he didn't do that at all in the early part of this match. Not going at all, not consistently at least. The Super Scot. Crowd are enjoying it, as their man is winning 4-1.
134.
Good response. Can Anderson take the throw again here? We'll have to switch. Won't like that dart. Won't like that one either.
Legs to look for grabs.
I think Wade has got to use his throw to find some rhythm, hasn't he? A couple of solid holes of throw and then try to threaten the Anderson throw. Only one break of throw behind.
85.
Just some heavier scoring, really. Just can't seem to find the treble with the first dart at all, and then he's moving around the board trying to find a treble.
59.
And on a few occasions, he hasn't found one.
99.
Well, important last one.
130.
A nice finish, good start. Another one for double 5. If it's a single, oh, it's the treble. So double 5.
125.
He was desperate for that one to go in, but it was not to be.
Well, this would hurt. Treble 18 for Anderson. He went for the treble 20 to lead double 8. That's the risk, isn't it? The gamble if you don't go the ball route. Double 2 for Wade.
Gotta get it. Yeah, good dart. Needed that one.
Well, Anderson was waiting on double 4 to make it 5-1. And another break of throw, and it would have been a long way back for James Wade, I feel.
A strange polite applause from the crowd.
Yes. But Wade knows he's got the whole arena virtually against him.
May the darts be with you.
100.
Still averaging 100, Gary.
140.
Anderson had 14 darts at double, Wade only 4.
He's fighting away, trying to find some rhythm.
60.
It's just not happening
121.
in terms of the regularity of the scoring.
85.
Quite often, Gary's been on a double or close to it, and James is only halfway through the leg.
Yeah. Another treble here, just put some pressure on.
140. Carry of 156.
Emphatic that time, wasn't it, from Anderson?
Good leg there. Back over the 100 in the
Pretty
average
good.
column.
Pretty good from the Scots so far, Alan, for sure.
Yeah, he hasn't had to do too much, but he's been pretty solid in the performance throughout, without having to pull out too many big legs. That's not a bad start.
77.
He has it 3 maximums.
Well, that piles the pressure on James Wade immediately.
Start with the 177.
99.
I think it's very disappointed with only 99 after the first start in the treble 20.
Needs 2 trebles to leave. Finish. 140 would have been 165. Treble there. Doing 167. That's what these players think about. Midway through a leg. Again, just underneath the treble, so having to move. Move again.
57. Carry of 185.
These are wandering.
Well, he went for the bull. Wade on 150.
150.
I know some players would have gambled on Wade not taking it out.
Well, he had a shot at the 130, didn't he? And missed double 5. He's not going to get this one.
So is it going to be 1 for double 12
58. Carry of 125.
or 9? It's 9 for double 8. It's double 4.
21.
Well, he's had 3 darts to break the throw. Wade hanging on in there.
Ooh.
And Anderson will get another dart to try and break, but can he cash in? He's had several opportunities for a double break of throw.
72. Carry of 140.
Can he take it? That's astonishing. 6 darts missed. Wade is somehow hanging on in there, isn't he? 87 average. 87 average, but it's 5-3.
Yeah, Guy will be mad with himself because he's been in command of quite a few of the legs that he's lost. From James's point of view, he's thinking, well, I haven't really got going yet, and I'm still in the match.
Well, Anderson made the choice for 9 for double 8. That's the way he wanted to go, but
60.
having left double 12 on 2 previous occasions, I'm surprised he didn't go 1 for double 12, knowing that he'd hit double 6 twice as well. It's just a...
43.
Sometimes you do it automatically, Stuart. You really do. You go into the board and you just think of 25, 9 double 8.
Somehow Wade's still in this.
100.
That was a great opportunity, though, for Anderson, wasn't it? At 6-2, you'd have felt it's a long way back.
55.
It's preying on his mind in this leg. It clearly annoyed him to the extent that it's still bugging him during this leg.
As in the game against Dimitri, from James's point of view,
100.
you know, he was being outplayed at the time. He was given a chance. He took it and then started to play well. Eventually ended up the winner.
Well, for going possibly to be 6-2 up, he could find himself back within 1 here. stood behind Wade, shaking his head.
59.
James hasn't particularly been a high scorer in this leg. That's you can see from Gary's expression there. He liked the line, couldn't follow it up. It's a good dart from Wade. What will he leave? Staying up there.
100. Gary O'Brien, 148.
Plenty of room. Ooh, should stay there though.
100.
Now then, big moment here for James Wade. Bullseye or treble 14. Tops. Lovely darts from James Wade. And all of a sudden, it's back to 5-4. With Wade throwing first. Incredible.
It's amazing how many times James Wade does this. He's averaging 87. 87. But he's throwing to make it 5-all. We'll just make a note of that 8th leg, by the way, Alan. Anderson missing 6 darts to go 6-2 up, and I reckon that would have been game over. I just couldn't see any way back from Wade. He has a path ahead of him now, James Wade.
71.
It's been a bit of a mixed bag from James's point of view. He can just dig in. The next couple of visits, go in at that break at 5 apiece, he will be absolutely overjoyed.
Well, if he can make it 5-all, I mean, that's miraculous from where he is and the way he's been playing. It's just amazing how often he does this. He manages just to sneak legs and win matches, averaging anything between 88 and 93, 94.
100.
167 for Gary. Took that out earlier. At a crucial point in the match. Lady really, unrealistically, he doesn't hit a treble.
59.
Yes, it's a finish.
167.
It's a difficult one.
125. Adrian Wild, 146.
Should stay there. Ooh. He fancied it, didn't he? Just
he took out
sure.
Yeah, he took out a massive 148 in his match against Vandenberg, which made a huge difference. Well, Anderson restores a 2-leg advantage. James Wade will think he had an opportunity to go level at 5 apiece. Gary Anderson, a scrappy little session from the Scot, but he still leads in this semi-final. 6-4 to the #1 seed. It's been a cracking World Series finals. Coming up next, the defending champ Michael van Gerwen against the young pretender, you could say, Daryl Gurney. Will van Gerwen make it 3 World Series finals on the spin? Here, Gary Anderson just with the advantage at 10 points in the averages over James Wade, but only 2 legs. 6-4 he leads. He's missed a lot of opportunities. Needs to be a bit more ruthless and close this out. This will help.
Keeps the crowd happy. They should have been further ahead at this stage. 6-4 is what it is. After the 180, sloppy 45.
Can Wade take advantage? Will another treble, and he can.
100.
Won't like that. Or that. Or that. After the 180, 6 average darts from Gary Anderson.
Chance for Wadey to get back in it.
It just chips away, doesn't he? Chips away and away.
81.
It's a bad last start, but it's not a disaster. 260, because if you can get a 140, at least a ton of 140 with the next visit, it's on a finish.
94.
That last one vital for Anderson too.
That doesn't help at all.
Where does he go from here? He can't leave a finish. Where does he go, Alan?
He's just lost him. Gary having a little bit of a laugh behind him. Just that sometimes in your mind, the score just completely goes out the window and you get lost for a couple of seconds. He asked the referee.
56.
It affected Anderson's concentration there.
Well, the crowd noticed it as well.
Yeah.
Does happen occasionally.
100. Gary requires 68.
Tops for Gary.
48. Change require 106.
To get back within one. 6 for tops.
Well, this would be astonishing. It really would be astonishing if somehow he won this leg.
86. Gary
And
requires
again,
20.
small opportunities,
Yeah.
but he's had them.
Gary Anderson. So ladies and James to move first. Game on.
That was a hold of throw, and Wade had a dart to break back.
Yeah, he's only had a few opportunities, and the opportunities have arisen, and Gary's missed. But he's taken that, and he's got to be thinking in his head, I still haven't got going yet. I'm going to have my purple patch in the next few legs or so. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. That's where you've got to keep that positive thinking going.
100.
Happy with that one, was he?
Yeah, penny for his thoughts.
One left. Even a maximum doesn't leave him a finish, but it will make him feel a little bit better.
Double 18 for Wade.
Nicely
done.
Yes, very nice finish there from James. Still again, hanging in there.
50.
Hanging and hanging and just hoping for a chance.
And he's just watched Anderson hit 58, which he's beaten with one dart.
98.
Again, see the shrug of the shoulders there. First dart completely
96.
blocking the bed. Last one again.
Dart.
Yeah, just hanging in there, isn't he? I mean, Gary first in this leg. Bit busy there
137.
though. James Wade, if he can just put in a good 6 darts here. Stay in there. Treble. I'll leave 170.
95.
He has immense, how would you describe it? Stickability, doesn't he, James Wade?
Stickability, it's like the bounce back ability,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Sticks around,
43.
waiting for his opponents to make mistakes. Looks like he's cashing in.
100. Gary require 167.
He knows how to do this one. This time though,
99.
James, another opportunity.
Gary require 108.
This would be fantastic.
94.
Despite the scoreline, Gary been in control really. James has missed 2 opportunities, but Gary didn't miss that one. Clean kill for Ando.
Yeah. He went strode up to the hockey with real purpose there, Gary Anderson. No messing. Bang, bang. Thank you very much. Big leg to win.
Almost becomes a better player when he gets mad with himself.
Yeah, I mean, he's admitted that.
41.
When he gets angry, watch out, because he can put together a run of legs which, you know, will just take any opponent out of the equation.
81.
Hasn't played much darts, you know, since winning in Perth. He played the Champions League. He played in Dusseldorf, but in between,
100.
was after becoming a father again. Partner Rachel is watching at home, hiding behind the sofa. No, but
81.
for the last month or two, darts hasn't been the most important thing in his life, and you know, he's admitted he's a bit rusty.
140.
Yeah, he's certainly shown signs of that. He's also shown some really good signs of brilliance, which we expect from him, just not consistently enough to make him feel happy inside of the fact that he's got his game back to full throttle. He's himself Shanghai.
A 140 you would think would be a minimum requirement for James here. How about 180 then?
Why not?
121.
Ooh, that last one.
Yeah, well.
120.
Can he find a way to the treble?
Not quite.
100. James requires
Instead
79.
of James leaving double 10 or 60, 79 is a little bit more difficult. So looking one down to the double. Tops.
39. Gary requires 20.
How important will that prove to be? He's 2 away. It's another break of throw. James Wade has had the chances, hasn't he? But it's been 1 dart here, 1 dart there.
Yeah, they can change games. And
134.
just hasn't taken, certainly the last 2 he's had a double for a ton plus finish. In between that, took out the 1-2-1.
100.
And he missed a dart in the 13th leg, he missed a dart in the 14th leg, James Wade.
134.
And there's motoring on here. Nice throw, 2 good visits.
96.
James has certainly dug in, hasn't he, in his first 2 games. Hasn't managed to do it in this one.
That's 3 consecutive visits with 2 treble 19s for Gary Anderson.
So treble 20s will leave a finish.
98. Gary requires 100.
Tops for 11 darter. Tops for a 12 darter.
80.
Double 10 for a 13 darter when he comes back.
Yeah, he's been making it difficult for himself. He's pretty much aware of that.
45.
He knows he's and has been in command of the match, but he's just had a few silly misses.
2 out of 10 on double 10. That's 3 out of 11. And Gary Anderson is on the brink of a place in the World Series final here in Glasgow. 10-5 up on James Wade. Not at his very best, but still too good for the machine thus far. A leg away from the final for the hometown hero. first semi-final here in Glasgow. Sometimes with Wade, you just get the feeling that he's just possibly one dart behind.
Yeah, and that's been all the way through the match as well, not just in certain segments. Those small chances he's had, he really had to take them to give himself any opportunity really in this semi-final. Gary, he did start off well, Gary.
140.
He has given James Wade a lot of opportunities. 10 out of 33 for Gary on the doubles.
Yeah.
Unlike him.
What's the verdict then? What's the verdict on Wade, and what's the verdict on Anderson?
Well, from James Wade's point of view, there's some positives to take away from the weekend in the last two games, but in this one, he just hasn't performed. He knows that. As Gary fills in 6 maximums. James yet to hit one. Gary, you know, he'll go to the next game if he eventually gets through this one. The crowd will still be on his side and he'll be ready for the final.
For Wade, it's all about hard work, and he will put those hours in. If you weren't watching this afternoon, it was interesting what he was saying last night after his win, James Wade, that he's been playing off his reputation for 3 or 4 years, and he can't do that anymore. Honest assessment from Wade. Well, there we go.
He gets his first.
So a chance for Wade here.
90.
They've always been a tumbles finish though, haven't they? There's been 3 or 4 occasions. Treble for tops. Not to be. Hasn't happened for James.
There it is. Gary Anderson, the #1 seed, goes through to the final here in Glasgow. He won in Dubai, he won in Perth, and now he's got a chance to win the big one here in Glasgow. I wonder, he beat James Wade 11-9 in the semi-finals in Perth and went on to win it. Is that an omen for Anderson? It was Anderson's B game, but Alan, it was much more than he needed.
Yeah, from Gary's point of view, he won't be happy with his performance, but he'll be happy with the win. He'll have the crowd behind him in the final. They'll be happy. He's going to have to play better. We know that. He knows that. He'll go back in the practice room and get himself ready for the final. Second semi-final coming up shortly.
Well, here we go. Anderson just a 95 average, but what will concern him was those 24 missed darts at double. James Wade, say, had the odd dart, didn't he, to hit back, but just couldn't quite manage it. And an 88 average won't beat Gary Anderson too often.
Yeah, 3 or 4 of those were tumbles finishes as well, and he just couldn't nick them in. But apart from that, he'll be disappointed, but some positives to take, as I said, for the weekend.
So there we go. Anderson wins 11-5. He's in the final to take on Van Gerwen or Gurney, who come next here at the Braehead Arena in Glasgow.
Well, here in Glasgow, Gary Anderson has reached the final of the World Series of Darts finals for the first time, beating the only semi-finalist from outside the world's top 4, James Wade, 11-5 in the Braehead Arena. And that was very well received by Gary's local Scottish supporters here, averaging 94, but look down there, he missed 24 darts at double in the match, so that's something for him to improve on before he meets either Michael Van Gerwen or Daryl Gurney a little bit later on tonight. And Gary's waiting to talk to Dan Dawson.
Gary, not your best, but it didn't have to be on the night.
No, it was a laugh. I said to James at 10:30 this morning we were practising and we were absolute rubbish. The two of us. We played for about an hour and a half and couldn't hit a band door. You know, it was just one name, and it carried on to tonight.
The thing is, Gary, we know you have the capability to step it up. Something can just click, and then you just move through the gears. And if that happens in the final, we're in for something special, aren't we?
Well, if we can find it. If you know where it is, can you tell me where the button is? Because I need that time. No, it's, like I say, it's my own fault. You know, I mean, even James this morning, we were practising, we're like, this is 10:30 in the morning. You know, we're slouched, we're
we're not getting onto it. So, but no, it's a big wake-up call, to be honest.
Well, it's either the world #1 or Northern Ireland's #1. To be fair, you probably got a better recent record against Michael Van Gogh. Would you prefer to have a go at him?
I knew you were going to say that. yeah, Michael. Yeah, Darrell, Rob Cross this year have been probably, to me, the best players in the circuit. You know, Rob Cross he just flew through the rankings. You know, come from nowhere. He's done well. He's on other telly tournaments. You know, and then Michael's Michael. You know, but yeah, we'll look forward to it anyway.
Would you like to just put Gurney in his place a bit, bearing in mind that he has beaten you a couple of times in high-profile games?
No, he could beat me another 6, 7, 8 times, you know, but it's always that one time that the old man might win one, you know, but no, Darrell's...